Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, back with another black and white Pokemon upgrade. Today we're going to be talking about some new tricks that Shedinja can utilize in black and white, so let's get started. So first off, if you don't know already, Shedinja sports the Bug Ghost typing, which is actually very unique, and I believe Shedinja is the only Pokemon that possesses this typing, so that's really cool. As for its abilities, it didn't really get anything new in the Dream World this generation. However, its original ability is still really great and one of the best abilities around because it's Wonder Guard. And what Wonder Guard does, if you don't know, is that it makes it so that the only attacks that can actually hurt you are attacks that deal super effective damage. So if you are Bug and Ghost, then let me just check a second to double make sure what I'm saying. If you are Bug and Ghost, the only things that you're weak to are Fire, Flying, Rock, and Dark. And Ghost, sorry. So basically anything that isn't that type won't actually be able to hit you for damage, which is really great and something that can be really annoying to a lot of opponents because obviously not being able to hit Shedinja or being able to hit Shedinja is obviously, part of the process in taking it out, and if they can't do it, it's going to be a problem for them. But as for the stats, it doesn't have the best defenses in the world. However, we are going to be running a bulky set on this just because of some new moves and things that it gets this generation. However, if you also want to make note of, it does have 90 attack, which is pretty great, and most sets with Shedinja do use Swords Dance, so, 90 attack and then doubling that or whatever it would be at level 100 is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. However, as I said before, we're going to be taking a different approach with this set. Also, it's important to note that its speed is not that great, so if you ever plan on outspeeding anything with Shedinja, the only thing you're ever really going to be able to do that with is with its priority move known as Shadow Sneak. But that's it for the stats and such, so let's get to the moveset. So first off, we're going to be giving Shedinja an impish nature to increase its physical defense, but lower its special attack because we're not going to be using any special attacks in the set. We're actually not using any physical attacks as well because this is meant to be kind of like a support set, I guess, for your team. But obviously we're going to be using the ability Wonder Guard since that's the only thing it has, and for the EVs, we're going to put 252 into HP to max out your HP, 128 into your physical defense to give you some good bulk in that area, and then 128 defense, or 128 special defense as well to give you some good special defense. As for the item, it's going to kind of seem a little bit unusual, but there is a reason for it. The item's going to be a Flame Orb. However, since we're running a bulky set, we wouldn't want to get any other status really other than like Burn or Paralysis, I guess, in this case, which is really great too. Because when you get toxic and things like that, that really is a burden on walling Pokemon, which is what we're going to be using Shedinja for in this case. So putting a Flame Orb on it will allow it to not receive toxic, and since we are not using any attacking moves, we don't really have to worry about our physical attack anyways, so the drop that Flame Orb gives to your physical attack won't really be a problem. As for the moveset, the first we're going to be using is going to be Substitute, so that you can get behind a pretty, good wall of defense, so that if your opponent tries to hit you, they'll break the sub before they actually attack you. So that's always important, especially if you're trying to be, a bulkier set and hoping to support your team in some sort of way. As for the next move, we're going to be using Sandstorm, and the reason for this is because a lot of people, run Hippowdon and Tyranitar and things like that, and those are more common and set up permanent sand. However, nobody would expect Shedinja to set up Sandstorm, and this could be really surprising to your opponent since if you have like Excadrill on your team, you could really support it this way by first setting up Sandstorm, then switching to Excadrill and pretty much sweeping your opponent's team, since that's what Excadrill does in Sandstorm because of its ridiculous speed and attack. So that will be really beneficial to your team. Up next we have Endure as a way to work in conjunction with Sandstorm because of the fact that when you do endure a hit, obviously you'll always survive with 1 HP, which in turn will lead to your opponent taking more Sandstorm damage that turn, which is really great. And obviously residual damage is good in any situation, so having one more turn of adding damage to your opponent is always beneficial in any situation, really, because you're just trying to wear him down as much as possible. And lastly, we're going to be making use of the move Harden, which is one of the moves that Shedinja also learns, and it's really great because it'll allow you to increase your defense by one stage, thus allowing you to take physical hits even better, on top of your impish nature and your 128 EVs into your physical defense. But this is actually a really great set that I've been using a lot on Pokemon Online, and so I suggest you guys try it out because, I've pretty much annoyed a ton of teams by using the Shedinja, and they found it really difficult to deal with because of, the EVs into its defenses and things like that, and trying to get around it using Harden and increasing its physical defense even more. But that's it for this video, guys, so I hope you like the set and give it a shot on your own because it's really great. And that's it, so take care, guys, and goodbye.